This thing on? I said, is this thing on? Captain, Captain. Has anybody seen the captain's balls? Salut. What a night on NXT last night, guys. What a night. What a week on the channel. This has been one of my favorite weeks, man, starting with Pro Wrestling for Dummies 101. You guys made that a blast. And then last night's stream, that preview. I don't know what the fuck happened. We started out talking wrestling. We ended up with the WAP. What a crazy week on the channel, man. That's all you guys. Salute. What a night last night. Night number 2 shattered night number 1. Wow. Night number 1, the only thing I can remember, I mean, Io's match, obviously. Sucks that she lost, but Io's match. Tommaso and Walter went to war, but it was only 15 minutes, 17 minutes tops, something like that. They didn't even get 20 minutes. Some people are calling it a classic. It just wasn't. I wish it was. I don't know. There's nothing else from night number 1. Night number 2, fuck, man. Every match had something going on. Unreal, man. Night number 2 just hit it out of the fucking park, brah. It was old school wrestling. Karrion Kross and Finn Balor. I mean, that's the wrestling I grew up with. You didn't need to bounce around like a ping pong ball. You just had to tell a story, let shit breathe, sell. Did you see Karrion Kross's selling during the match to set up that coup de grace? Come on, bro. I mean, that's shit that you just either have or you're being taught really well by guys like Shawn Michaels at the PC. Because this motherfucker with Finn Balor, it was old school. I could see that on the WrestleMania card and I'm going to be fine. Just fine. Couldn't believe what they did. Adam Cole and O'Reilly. How do you even... Bro, match of the year, am I right? I know it's only 1/3 of the year done, but that's match of the year. I don't see how you could... I don't see how you could take a match and say that it was better than what O'Reilly and Cole did last night. They damn near killed one another, but somehow they both made it out alive. Or at least we think. Storyline-wise, Adam Cole got stretchered out. Adam Cole did not walk out last night. So I don't even know if they both made it out. Oh, man. A little bit of news to get to in a second, man. Becky Lynch. Did you guys hear about this? I'll get to that in a second. First of all, I just want to... Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Triple H, they all have broken their silence on Kross's win last night. Karrion Kross says the following after he won the title. Time is not a line, but a series of now points. And now I am the beginning. Get ready. Hashtag hand of time. Scarlett Bordeaux then chimed in, posted a photo of Karrion hoisting that championship up. And Scarlett said the following, "My new favorite photo. Congratulations, my love. I'm so proud of you. I always knew this was your destiny. Now it's time for all of you to fall and pray." Karrion Kross responded to Scarlett and said, "Thank you for walking this path with me. Now we've got some real mayhem to stir up." Triple H then chimed in. Triple H said the following, "Time catches us all. Congratulations to the new NXT champion, Kross, hashtag TikTok." So those are the official statements from Karrion Kross, your new champion, our new champion, and Triple H. And I got some news on Becky Lynch that I want to get to really quick. First of all, I just want to get just so I don't miss them. I want to go over these real quick. I haven't gotten to the review yet. I have a little bit of news that I want to discuss from the jump, but I just want to get some supers out of the way that I already saw, man. So I want to make sure I don't miss them because these are some of my tried and trues. Papo Shango Jr. I love it. 5-spot coffee. Papo Shango. Afternoon, amp unit. Yeah, me too. Getting ready for work. Getting amplified, BC, because I'm ready to rock, brother. Salute. Papo Shango, kick that ass at work today, brother. Don't let anybody outwork you. Thanks, my man. Carlos, what's up, brother? The 5-spot coffee. BC, what up? Yeah, wop up. I like that, Carlos. Wop up. After last night, I don't know, man. That live stream we did last night, that pre-show, that went off the tracks. Somehow, the tube left the live stream chat up. I thought they were going to take that away because they left that shit up, Carlos. Thanks, man. John Alexander with a 5-spot coffee says at work, but wanted to stop by and show love. Catch the stream later. John, man, that's awesome. I always say that, man. Even when people are busy, they smash the channel. They literally click on it. They smash a like. They drop some love, and then they go about their business and catch the stream later. I can't explain how awesome that is, you know, how somebody just goes out of their way to show the love. And you know, that's John Alexander. Thank you, man. You didn't even need to sport the coffee for BC. Thank you for the kind words, man. Kick ass at work. JR9 Gaming with a 5-spot. JR9, what up, dog? Last night was awesome, especially Cole vs. O'Reilly, which was my favorite match since the pandemic started. What a 40-minute war. Old NXT vibes. You ain't kidding, bro. It actually went over 40 minutes, which means the bitch boy Bradens and the crybaby Karens, they were probably claiming it was too long because they have the attention span of a fucking orange. I take that back. That is tremendous disrespect to an orange. I don't even know the attention span of some of these dipshit Dugenheimers. JR9 Gaming, absolutely agree. Thanks, brother. SOS TDM617. What's up, man? Good to see you up in here. I might go to Mania. Tickets ringside are $100. Not true, SOS. They're thousands of dollars, unless you found some crazy deal, which I would question that shit. But if you check, those things are thousands of dollars, man. The nearest $100 seats are going to be up in the rafters. But if you did find $100, you better tell motherfuckers where. After you get yours. You don't want to blow up your own spot. SOS. Thanks, dude. Papo Shango Jr. 2-spot. Bro, that chain on the knee to the back of Cole, you ain't kidding, man. That was fucking rattling, bro. At first, I saw the chain going lower from his knee, and I'm like, dude, don't jump. Fix that shit. The whole spot's going to be ruined. But O'Reilly's a professional. He knew what he was doing, and he nailed him right with the fucking shin and the knee. Absolutely awesome, Papo Shango, man. Awesome spot. You got 40-plus minutes of spots to choose from, too. That was one of the highlights of many. War Dog, 5-spot. What up, War Dog? Let's get this Claymore party and the WAP party after last night started. Red team, go! NXT last night was just a beautiful... NXT last night was just beautiful. I loved it. No complaints. Yeah, I really do feel it shattered night number 1. War Dog, thanks, man. Good to have you up in here. Dino is up in here with a 5-spot. Says, how it's going, BC? Going good, man. We rocking. It was a long night, man. We had that. We did some notes. I had to do some side business. Got to bed around maybe 4 a.m. Downed 3 coffees already. This one's pure black. I did dip a little bit of cream in it when I got back to the office. But it's going good, man. Love the Wrestling for Dummies vid again. Dino, thank you, man. I'm glad you caught that. Pro Wrestling for Dummies 101. Check that video out, guys. It's on. We just picked some of the stupidest comments in pro wrestling, and we blew up their spot. Thanks for the kind words, Dino. Glad you caught that vid. Dino also says, hopefully we get to see the Appigator at the Mania this weekend. No training needed. Can you believe that shit, Dino? The Appigator. I'm not even going to tell people that didn't watch it what this schmuck actually asked in a community forum. None of this was on my chat. I won't allow stupidity. But this Appigator dude, I'm not going to finish his name either. I blacked it out because I feel bad for the dude, kind of. But I couldn't believe, and judging by a lot of the comments in that video on the channel, you guys were just as shocked, man, if you weren't on the floor laughing your ass off. Dino, thank you. Man, I'm just thinking about it. Who's that? Oh, what was that? Ihusel? I hope I'm saying that correctly, but a badass name anyway. Ihusel, $4.99 spot for the coffee. Thank you, my man. My notifications are trash, but I always support when I can. And he's throwing up the bicep, he's throwing up the fire, and he's got the fucking energy rocking. Ihusel, thank you. And it's not just your notifications. The tube does not promote vids anymore, at least not BC. I'm a public enemy to the tube, man. They do not want to promote BC's vids, man. They don't want to push. They don't want to give your boy a push. So we're doing this organically, man. Word of mouth. You guys sending out the vids and telling other people. We're doing this organically, Ihusel. So, you know, whatever. We're growing even without the tube helping us. Fuck them. Fuck them. That's what I say. I don't need no help. I started this channel 4 years ago without any fucking help. I said if I can get 25 people on board, it's a classroom, we're good. And we've grown to thousands and thousands. I'm fucking good. When this is up on the channel later, luckily, I mean, we're in the middle of a Friday afternoon. There's people in school, work, shopping, errands, you name it. On the road. But later on, thousands of people are going to come back to this channel and catch this. Thousands. I did that on my own. No help from the tube. Fuck them. Thank you, Ihusel. Ashley Steggles, $9.99. Says Kyle versus Adam, Kross versus Balor, Io versus Raquel. All worthy of being at WrestleMania. P.S. Night 1 of Mania 2020 inductees. Night 2 2021's inductees. P.S. Night 1 of Mania 2020 inductees. Night 2 2021 inductees. I don't get the second part of that. Yeah, that's how the Hall of Fame went. Is that what we're talking about? Night 1 Mania. I don't know. But yeah, all of those TakeOver matches, or at least most of them, I'd rather them on. That was my WrestleMania last night, and I'm going to talk about it in this review. But there was 2 matches, Ashley. That was my WrestleMania. Thank you for the coffees, brother. No question. Jer9 Gaming 5 spot says, Kross is my favorite wrestler right now. His work is insane. His character is next level. I want to see Kross versus Walter for the NXT Championship. You may get that, the way that I believe they're going to book Kross, and the way that Walter is being fucking booked. You could have an old school Warrior Hogan type situation where you have the IC champion meeting the world champion. You know what I mean? In this case, obviously, you would have the UK champ meeting the NXT. I mean, that would title versus title. Now, you don't have to literally have somebody unify them or win both, but you could just promote it as champ. Jer9 Gaming, thanks, brother. Carlos, 5 spot. Carlos Ray. That stream is a classic for all of times. Last night's, right? I couldn't, but we went live about an hour before TakeOver last night. I don't know what prompted me to do it. I just had some time. I had a black coffee, and I was just like, let's rock. And luckily, a couple hundred of you at least were able to catch it live. 1,000 plus more have already caught it afterwards, after I put it up on the channel. So a good, headed near 2,000 have already caught that stream. But we were off our rocker last night. Not just BZ, man. All of you guys were, man. We had a lot of fun. Carlos, you ain't kidding. Mr. Anything for Salinas 5 spot. Says Vince is looking at Kross like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Remember Finding Nemo when that little girl wouldn't stop shaking the bag? That's Vince in a nutshell. You know he's going to want him as a toy. Mr. Anything. He's already looking at this dude. You're right. He's got his hand in the cookie jar already. Like, Triple H, just let me put my other hand in there, man. And Triple H is like, dude, I give you everything. I'm probably even giving you EO. Leave me Karrion. You can take Finn. Thank you, Mr. Anything. That's funny. Have to try to get everybody up in here, man. Oh, we got some more. Hold on, guys. I got some. Ashley Steggles, $4.99. Ashley said, being honored at WrestleMania for the inductee. Oh, absolutely. Oh, is that what they're probably doing that, right? Is that what they're actually doing, or is that a suggestion? Because that's a damn good idea, actually. If that came from the company, they finally got something right. But yeah, Ashley, if that's being done, that's a great idea. And if it's just a suggestion, then it should be being done. So the same way they usually do the inductees for WrestleMania. I think that's badass, actually. Thank you, Ashley. I also got Maximus Sage up in here. What up, Maximus? Both nights were nuts. Ciampa versus Walter, Cole versus Riley were damn near perfect. Also, let us pray for Io and hope she isn't Raw bound. Because we were talking about it yesterday, man. You're right, Maximus Sage. You could see her tagging up with Asuka. So Asuka can't catch a break. You ain't kidding, Maximus. I mean, I want to laugh at it, but I mean, that's it. Once Vince gets his hands on her, he's going to eventually do something like that. Kairi Sane was able to get out of prison and go back to Japan. You know, Asuka's pretty much stuck in prison, and Io might be getting sent to maximum security. Maximus, thanks, brother. Pete the Poets at BCU had me laughing so hard in last night's stream. You guys fucking had me balling out, man. You guys were the ones that kept the fire going, brah. Keep talking about the fucking WAP. Obviously, I had to make some of my own lyrics. Oh, man. I got some news, guys, before I start this. Becky Lynch. We are hearing that the returns of Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch is imminent. We just didn't know how soon. We're actually starting to hear that Becky Lynch could be at WrestleMania this weekend. Apparently, they're setting up, or this is the word going around the campfire, Bayley has nothing for WrestleMania. They're thinking about doing a Ding Dong Hello segment, and Becky Lynch is either the announced guest or shows up. Possible impromptu match or to set something up in the future. But we are hearing that, don't be shocked anyway. I mean, this is not confirmed, but do not be shocked if Becky Lynch returns to WWE this weekend. That's what we're hearing now. Regardless, her and Ronda, now that audiences are starting to come back slowly but surely, now is the time. Ronda was going to come back last year. That was already in the works. Because of obviously what went down, there's no way you bring somebody like Ronda back now. And Becky Lynch, I don't know if she planned this well ahead of time or not, but of all the times to get pregnant and be out for a year, last year was the time to do that. But Nate says, no way Becky Lynch shows up at Mania. Oh, Ding Dong Hello segment with Bayley with a Becky Lynch return. That would be a great return. Oh, so Nate, what do you think, Nate? You're saying there's no way? I'm hearing there is a chance. Unless you got information, Nate. Gimme, 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 as Mr. Anything said. That's what I'm hearing, man. I don't know. It sounds accurate. Whether it's at Mania or not, I'm telling you right now, Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey within the next 60 days, if they don't return, you're at least going to hear about a contract is being signed, whether it's leaked or not. It's coming. Ronda Rousey and Becky are coming back. Whether you like them or not, whether you want them to come back or not, the point is mute. They're coming back. It's just happening, guys. All of us know this. Behind the scenes, I'm talking. We know this. But do not be shocked. BC is telling you right now, Becky Lynch could be returning this weekend. So just letting you guys know that, man. I got word on that 5 minutes before we went live. Becky Lynch at a possible Ding Dong Hello segment with Bayley this weekend. All right? BC told you, don't be too shocked. Have fun with it, though, man. It'll be good to see her back. I'm not a huge Becky Lynch fan, but I'm not going to lie and say she doesn't bring anything to the table. She absolutely does, and it'll be cool to see her come back. And I just, you know, you think of all these great matches with NXT call-ups or people coming back, but then you automatically get depressed by thinking Vince has his hands all over it. So you take something that should be awesome, and then Vince will probably fucking ruin it. Iron Riaz has a good idea. Said Becky should be heel. I think that would be an awesome swerve. I really do. So we'll see. Because Bayley has nothing. I think this would be awesome to have 2 of the 4 horsewomen start something, especially if Ronda is coming back soon. If Sasha is actually going to drop the title to Bianca, everybody is going to be left with something needed to... They're going to need something. Shayna is in obscurity. She's probably losing the championships at Mania too. So you could set up some horsewomen shit that's been 2 years in the making. 3 years, actually. Just saying, you could start this shit up. After Mania, the 4 horsewomen, especially Charlotte too, they're going to have nothing. And real quick, before I get the takeover, Matt Riddle is now calling out that he wants Rob Van Dam in a matchup. Title on the line. What do you guys think? Matt Riddle and RVD, who still can go with the best of them today. And by the way, I totally forgot when I was talking about the Hall of Fame speech the other day. It was actually in the Pro Wrestling for Dummies 101 vid. I did a Hall of Fame review. I forgot to even mention RVD, and I don't know how I did that, because that was one of the best speeches I've ever heard. He was in the moment. He was really feeling it. He was emotional. He was really taking it all in. RVD, that was one hell of a speech. Him and Matt Riddle, as Mr. Charles Grin says, take my money. I agree. J Football Alive, 199. How do you not like Ronda? I'd have both as heel. Yeah, I'm with you, J Football Alive. I don't know how people don't like Ronda Rousey, but I'm guessing they have their own reasons. But Ronda Rousey never had to come to WWE, never had to do as many dates as she actually did. She was offered a straight part-time, even parter than part-time. And she said, no, let's go, man. I want to do this. I really want to consume myself. So I don't know, man. She's always had a damn good work ethic. And I don't know, man. J Football Alive. Ronda is fucking awesome. Yeah, you bring her and Becky back as fucking heels. But if you're going to do a horsewomen, one of the sets has to be faces. I'm guessing that's going to be Sasha, Becky, Bayley's crew. And you could have them kind of tween. They don't have to be full throttle faces because Bayley's so good in her heel character. Sasha's always kind of heelish. And I love Sasha. This is a pro Sasha channel. She's always got a little bit of a heel tone to her. Charlotte Flair will forever be a fucking heel. She's never going to have everybody grasping onto her. And Becky can come back as that badass too. So makes complete perfect sense. Hey, JB, 299. What up, JB? Challenge fan here. Your quick thoughts on Fessy. JB, don't tell me anything. I didn't see last week. So as far as Fessy overall, he tried to step on CT's toes, and CT put him in his place. Fessy backed off like a bitch. But I like Fessy. You know, the challenge is starting to bring in people that just don't have a lot of charisma and personality. They got to watch it when they do their casting. Fessy at least is somebody we're going to know going forward. So I don't mind him. At first, I was hoping somebody like CT slapped the shit out of him. JB, I can't wait to see this week's episode though, man. But obviously, TakeOver was just too prevalent. Trying to get everybody here, guys, but if I missed anybody, try to get you in the next vid. You guys know that. Elijah said BC's live again. What a fucking day. BC the GOAT. You know it, brother. Elijah, thanks for the words, brother. Christopher Blackshire. Christopher. 199. How would you book Charlotte when she comes back? Into a wall. Oh, seriously? That's so mean. I'm playing, man. We don't mind Ashley Flair. We don't mind Charlotte. It's her booking we don't like. Face heel turns 117 times. That shit has to stop. I haven't even got that far, Christopher. I just there's so many of the talent that needs to be booked correctly that come before her. Those are the ones I would dedicate my time to first. So I'm gonna give you that LOL answer right now. Into a wall. Thank you, Christopher. Carlos, what up, man? 5 spot. First of all, before I even read it, Carlos, salute. BC, on what do you watch? On what do you watch Peacock on? There's a few of us that watch on a phone. Yeah, this whole streaming shit is bull. I don't get this whole streaming shit. Even these lives, I don't get it. I don't get the technology behind, but it's cool that we can do that. But I watch on the big screen because I got it hooked up to an old-fashioned... You guys remember Roku? A lot of people don't even do that anymore. And I know you guys are going to tell me your big screen is probably a smart TV, BC. You can get it right on that. I know. It's just for me, my Roku is much easier. I press one button, I got the whole fucking thing on a cool screen. So, and it took me a long time to get that too. So no, do not tell BC I got to get booted from my Roku. But I watch it on my big screen, Carlos, through a Roku. And it's big letters, Peacock, Peacock. Took me a long time to fucking put in the password because I have 117 passwords. But yeah, Carlos, it's a bitch, man. I know a lot of people are watching on their phones, but it's cool that they can do that if they have to be out, though. Carlos, man. Thanks, dude. Mr. Anything for Selena's 5-spot. My only problem with Ronda Rousey is she had the pull to really help make Asuka, and maybe she wouldn't be where she's at right now. True, you know, but you got to believe too that Vince wanted it one way, Mr. Anything, and he's gonna get that way. So I can't. Ronda is gonna do what she is told to do because she didn't want to step on any toes. Ronda didn't have as much pull as people think because her name is Ronda Rousey. She was doing exactly what Vince and Triple H wanted her to do, you know, because she does respect the business. Mr. Anything, thanks, dude. J Football Alive 109 says schmucks really say shit like Ronda can't wrestle, right? Ronda Rousey, a couple of WrestleManias ago, was one of the brightest spots of WrestleMania. I remember when her and The Rock, was it? I think it was her and The Rock took on Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Or Kurt Angle. I think it was Kurt Angle, my bad. I think it was Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Steph and Triple H. It was at a WrestleMania. I think they wanted to get The Rock, but The Rock was filming, so they got Kurt Angle. And it was one of the best matches at WrestleMania. I don't care how heavily she rehearsed or not. It was badass, and she can go in that ring and bring that sense of believability and reality to it. J Football Alive, completely agree, bro. Yeah, Kurt Angle. You guys, yeah, Kurt Angle, yeah. I know, I had to correct myself there for a second. Youngblood 085. Youngblood with a 50 spot dropping over here. That's a fucking couple days worth of Starbucks. Youngblood, man. BC, did you know that Roman said in an interview that he watched a couple WWE shows when he was away? He called those shows trash. It really shows how bad WWE is. If the one dude Vince loves the most even said the product is trash. Youngblood 085, a couple of things. Number one, thank you. That's awesome, man. Thank you for the coffees. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I'm glad you're able to catch the stream, and thank you for contributing to the channel. That's badass. Number two, I did catch that. I caught that whole interview, and it's vindication. Everybody that says, BC, you're too mean, you're overcritical, you overanalyze, you need to loosen up a bit, it's just a TV show, if you don't like it, don't watch. And I'm just voicing out to make the product better. Their own top guy said the product was trash when he was away. And all those people were like, oh, shit, BC was right all along. Yeah, I know I was. This isn't a pat on the back. I want people to wake the fuck up and realize the product should be so much better. And they're resting on their laurels. They're not giving care. They don't give a shit. They're phoning it in. How the fuck you gonna book 2 pay-per-views between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania and you expect your fan base to be intrigued with WrestleMania when you're still this week, tonight on SmackDown, they're gonna pencil in matches. The cards are not even filled yet. And I wonder why, because they don't give a fuck. And number 3, Youngblood 85, thank you again. Everybody, dude, you guys know what to do for that 50 spot. Please, coffee emojis, fire emojis, put up the fucking bicep. Put that, oh, look at that shit, huh? Look at that shit, huh? Ow. We haven't even done fucking buys in days, bro. Look at that shit. Ow, he's a big, you should see the fucking belts, man. We've been working overtime on those. Oh, these bitches are fucking banging out. So, yeah, here we go. Lucas Allen's got the fucking pecs going. Jacqueline Robinson, JR9 Gaming with the all of it, man. Yes. That's all for you, Youngblood 085, man. Just to say thank you. My AMP unit saying thank you as well. Stacy, Anthony, DeMonte, SOS, JR9 Gaming, as I said. Eddie, Christopher Blackshear, Mr. Block Ice 22. War Dog. Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's all. Yeah, that's all right back to you, Youngblood 085, man. Say thank you. Carlos, Elijah. Man, you guys are coming strong for Youngblood 085. Awesome. Damn, I just the fucking chat just fucking went up really quick. I just saw a bunch more. PB Silipride, Lord French Fries, Dino, Super Wolf Girl 456. Damn. Awesome shit. Thank you guys. Salute, Youngblood 085, man. That's all for you, man. Thank you for that 50 spot. That's badass. I got the fucking best, man. The unit. Salute. But yeah, Youngblood 085, man. I caught that Roman Reigns. And when he said that, I was like, boom. Your own fucking top talent is saying your product sucks. At what point does this company fucking change? J Football Alive, 999. BC, seeing Jericho, not gonna lie, BC, seeing Jericho on Broken Skull is gonna be really cool and odd to me. He's, in my opinion, the face of AEW, just on pure name value, and the dude's casually doing AEW promos on the cock that is P Network. I like that, J Football. Yeah, no, man, that's huge. Everybody, a lot of podcasters and YouTubers, they like to go live right after Mania. Those views are gonna take a fucking hit because everybody's gonna be tuned in to Jericho on Broken Skulls with Steve Austin, brah. That's gonna be huge right after Mania. I think that's after Mania night number 2. J Football Alive, thanks, dude. Who do we got here? Mr. Anything for Salidas, 5 spot. I don't discredit Ronda, but maybe since Vince really wanted her, they could have negotiated. I don't know. Asuka is in a bad place right now, and it's criminal. Yeah, man, she's been. Asuka, Vince never saw anything in her, and that's... How do you take what she did in NXT, Mr. Anything? Bring her to WWE, and Vince is just like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean, She's one of the best wrestlers in the world. Stature, status, persona, aura, alone. I agree. Christopher Blackshear, 199, RIP DMX. I'll take him over WAP all day. What do you mean RIP, man? Not like the dude fucking died. Or did he? Better not have. What do you mean RIP DMX, Mr. Blackshear? That better not be the case, man. That'll be horrible. That's who BC grew up with, man. Rough Riders! Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Dino, 2 spot. Get those likes up, Amp. Yeah, where are we at? Oh, over 100. Thank you, guys. But Dino's right. Let's get that to 125 now on the ups, man. Let's get that on fucking 125 on the ups. Thank you, Dino. Good call. I didn't even fucking look over that. Rude Smooth, 499. What up, Rude Smooth? Did I miss anything good? Just finished night 2 of TakeOver like 15 minutes ago. I was quite impressed. Yeah, Rude Smooth. First of all, thanks for the coffee. Glad you caught the stream. Night number 2 to BC absolutely crushed night number 1. And I'm high on Io Shirai. But night number 2, man, they gave the vibes. Believe it or not, we're over a half an hour into the stream. We haven't even got to the review yet. So we're just shooting the shit. So no, you didn't miss anything yet, Rude Smooth. Thanks, dude. The Life of Jay, 499, doesn't have to do with NXT, but would it be cool if Roman has new theme at WrestleMania? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the din, now that he's a fucking heel, you know? But I'm always down if it's going to work for the character. The themes today are all generic. I don't know who's who anymore. Back in the day, under Jim Johnston, the music composer for WWE, all of the themes were not only distinctive, but they were badass. So it would have to be good. Life of Jay, thanks, brother. Good to see you up in here. BC just passed away. DMX just passed away. Get the fuck out of here. DMX did not pass away, brah. DMX is fucking... That dude's eternal. You're catching some, You're catching some... What do they call that? Fake news. Some fucking... One of those fake TMZ sites. You better be. You better not be fucking serious. Growing up, it was my boy DMX, Wu-Tang Clan. A lot of you guys probably don't even know who the fucking Wu-Tang Clan is. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Side step aside. Oh, I can sing the whole fucking thing, bro. That's where your Method Man and all them fucking came from, man. You know them and probably singly. Ghostface, all of them. What the fuck is that? What is this? What is this? Fuck you telling me here? SOS TDM 617 2-spot. Losing DMX is like losing Warrior, Macho Man, etc. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm calling bullshit. Thank you, SOS. Dino 2-spot. DMX manager apparently said it's rumors, not sure. All right, thank goodness, man. I was gonna say, what the fuck you guys doing to me over here? I'm fucking live, so I can't check this out. You guys gotta be my eyes and ears on this. Thank you, Dino. War Dog, 5-spot. Yeah, it was reported that he did pass away today by his family. What? R.I.P. the dog. War Dog, thanks, dude. Can anybody give me some fucking clarity here? SOS TDM 617 2-spot. By the way, Wu-Tang Clan is the shit. Oh, no doubt, bro. We used to sit in junior high. Instead of listening to class, we would just do the Wu-Tang logo. Do you know what I mean? That fucking winged... The Wu-Tang fucking bird. The Woo Bird. It was the Woo Bird. That's what it was called. The Woo Bird. That's all we would do all fucking day, bro. Been on life support for weeks. Yeah, but I thought he cleared... Hold on. We're pausing the stream. Hold on. Whoa, People Magazine, DMX dead at 50, a week after rapper suffered heart attack. A warrior who fought till the end. The AP press is confirming DMX has passed away. Nah. Nah, bro. 50? He's too young, man. He doesn't scream like BC. Well, he did. I mean, he had a distinct voice, for sure. Wow. Wow, man. That hit. Give me a second, guys. That hit. Wow, man. DMX. Thank you guys for giving me a moment, man. I got to, we grew up with that shit in my era. That was just, I mean, that was what you were blasting at the basketball court, bro. It's just what you were doing. Stop! Drop! Shut him down, open up shop! Oh, no! That's a Rough Riders roll! I can't speak the rest. I'm forbidden to use some of those words, although I may have sang that song in its entirety in privacy because it's a fact, you know? It's DMX, brah. Wow, man. All right. In the words of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the show must go on, so we do have to continue this. But everybody, moment of silence, and I mean this. I don't care if this sounds corny or not. A salute, whether you got a fucking 40 in your hand, a coffee, or some water. A salute to DMX, man. Whether you guys are young and you don't really know how meaningful he was to us, trust me when I say he was a legend. Salute. Salute to DMX, man. Yeah, Tay better metal. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here? Up in here? All of it. Everything he did was classic, man. I wonder what Ja's thinking. You know, they had some beef, him and Ja, but Ja, sometimes when you got beef, man, there's a chemistry there. There's a, you know what I mean? There's a respect that goes deep. A lot of people thought Ja was living in the footsteps of and trying to be like. Ja was unique in his own ways, though. I don't know, man. Enraged, People Magazine is saying he passed, bro. You may want to check the facts. I don't know. He's no longer on support, man. People Magazine just said he's passed. Eddie said Ja reached out to him. Did he? See what I mean? Sometimes just because you have beef, man, there's still a respect there. And I would not doubt that that's true, Eddie. I bet you Ja did reach out. Anyway, later on today, guys, whether it's a coffee or a fucking alcoholic beverage, down one in his honor and crank one of his fucking tunes. You know BC's gonna do that, man. I'll be hearing that shit all around New York City, I'm sure. All right, guys, the show must go on. Much love to DMX, man. That's gonna hit me later when I really think about it. But I have a show to produce here. I have a couple hundred people still in the fucking chat. We gotta move on. We haven't even got to the review yet. PB Sillaprod 199. Wops over bitch boy Braden's. Yeah, I might take the Wops over that, PB Sillaprod. That might be true. Jody Gilly 499. DMX's family has released a statement. Earl's music inspired countless fans across the world, and his iconic legacy will live on forever. Jody Gilly, thank you for that statement from the family. So it's pretty true. I mean, once I saw people in the Associated Press say it's true, they usually won't release that unless they have something confirmed. Jody Gilly, thank you. J Football Alive 199. Last stream in today's shows the real highs and lows. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of that, J Football Alive. Last night we were just having the most laughs we've ever had in a live stream, and this one is just this just got somber really quick. J Footballer, thank you. So true. SOS TDM 617 5 spot. Thank you, brother. Bro, our era of music, wrestling, etc. DMX was larger than life, like Stone Cold, etc. Man. But let's get amplified for him and slap those pecs. Where my dog's at? You know it, man. Always stay amplified like DMX, man. And you are correct, SOS. It's not just because we're from that era. That was the best. Wrestling, music, you name it. We lived the life at the right time. We really did, SOS. Whew. I'm going to try to, all right, guys, we're going to start this. You guys are just tuning in. There was Becky Lynch news earlier. We're hearing, this is not confirmed, we're hearing that there could be a Ding Dong Hello segment with Bayley because she's not being advertised for Mania, and the guest could show up to be Becky Lynch. Not confirmed. Don't be shocked. You heard it here first. TakeOver night number 2 starts off with a big ladder match for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Santos Escobar versus Jordan Devlin. This was a 17-minute contest. Now, this is an opener. This is something I can get behind. I like Kushida, and I like Pete Dunne, but that was a match that was penciled in 7 days ago as the 5th match, just to fill it. And you're going to open your night like that and just give them roughly 15? No, bro. This is a match I can get behind. If there was ever a time for a gymnastics clinic, which I don't usually like, if you hang a title high above, set up a ladder in the middle of the ring and put 2 dudes like Escobar and Devlin in there, I'm going to be okay with it. And that's exactly what they did. I think back to Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels in their Mania ladder match. Do you guys remember Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon? Mania 10, I think it was. And then I think about the ladder match we got last night, and I thought, damn! Oh, how the business has changed. Match highlights last night. Devlin hit a moonsault from the top of the ladder, which was just badass. These dudes hit a Spanish fly from the ladder. They were both on the ladder and did a Spanish fly. Again, could you please think of Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon doing that shit from a ladder? First of all, picture Scott Hall, Razor Ramon doing a Spanish fly with Shawn Michaels. Close your eyes and picture it. Ready? All right, well, I'm still picturing DMX right now, unfortunately, but I'm sure you guys get my fucking point, man. Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon doing a Spanish fly. That's what I mean about the business evolving. Unfucking real, man. To see what these cats can do now. But again, I prefer the Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon match because they let shit breathe. They sold more. They told more of a story through psychology and not just work ethic. You got to find that balance. But, man, that Spanish fly was pretty cool, too. The finish was a monster crash as Escobar pushes Devlin back first off the ladder, directly cascading through a ladder below. And the visual of Escobar unhooking the titles high above as Devlin laid bloodied below was just great. And Escobar is indeed your new, undisputed anyway, Cruiserweight champion. So, I don't know, man. That's an opener. That's something I can get behind. That's how you utilize the Cruiserweights the correct way. And much props. I don't know if Jordan Devlin does it for me. I mean, they're going to... For him to become a top-tier star, he's going to have to add layers to his character. They're going to have to let him and allow him to evolve. But that match last night, man, that set a tone. Like, everybody better up their game. That took us into the NXT Women's Tag Title match. This was Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon taking on The Way, Candice LeRae, and Indy Hartwell. This was an 11-minute match. Bro, let me tell you. First, just say, right from the jump, Ember Moon is phenomenal. It's something we always knew from the jump. It's something that we saw when Vince McMahon was trying to ruin her, and it's something we still see right now today. Ember Moon is phenomenal. Ember and Shotzi Blackheart together is just fantastic. I can't stand when they just take two singles people and put them together, but, I mean, the chemistry here is magic. And I knew this match was going to deliver. A lot of people were sleeping on this match, and BC was yelling out from day one, "Wake the fuck up! It's not a sleeper match." I was correct. In just 11 minutes, these four put on the best women's tag match this year. Best women's tag match this year. I know we're only a third of the way through the year, 4 months, but this is the best tag match I've seen from the women for sure. Nothing in WWE with all of the Nia Jax and Shayna versus Asuka and Charlotte, or even Sasha and Bianca. These are females we are high on. We love Sasha and Bianca and Asuka. Some of you guys love Charlotte. That's cool. They pale in comparison to what we saw last night in just 11 minutes. Shotzi pins Hartwell, and that was absolutely the right call. Candice and Indy were the perfect first real challengers for the tag titles. You knew they couldn't drop the titles. The titles have already been around for about a month, and there's already been 2 sets of champions. You could not make a third set. You cannot hot potato these. You're going to lose prestige right from the jump. Triple H knew this. So you did 3 things here, guys. You really did 3 things. Number 1, you're building Ember Moon back up to be the badass Ember Moon. Yes, it's in a tag team, but this is the Ember we all know and love, and we know she's capable of performing at that level. So, veteran-wise, you're pumping up Ember. Up-and-comer-wise, almost rookie-wise, Shotzi Blackheart is being pumped up in this tag team. Keep allowing them to collect victories. Make the titles prestigious. Bump up the veteran Ember. Bump up the up-and-coming rookie, sort of, Shotzi. And everybody wins here. The titles, the talent, veterans, up-and-comers. This was the right outcome, guys. So we're 2 matches into this bitch. We haven't even gotten to the big matches yet. And BC's already like, night number 2 is coming off way better than night number 1. Yeah, I know. Robert Hirsch says Shotzi isn't a rookie. Robert, I know. I said sort of. I put it in quotes, man. He is absolutely a rookie she is absolutely a rookie to NXT. Hence the quotes. She's absolutely a rookie in NXT. 1,000,000%. She has not been there in 2019 on the stage of TakeOver. So absolutely she's a rookie in that aspect. I didn't say her career. I put that shit in quotes. Come on, Robert Hurt. Much love, but you can't correct BC unless it's on solid ground. Escobar. Yeah, man, you guys are, man, Escobar and fucking Devlin, man. What a way to start it off. Chelsea. What up, Chelsea? Yeah, you guys are still talking about DMX. I'm sorry for the pause, guys. I'm still thinking about the DMX thing. That's I honestly can't believe that shit. I thought he was recovering just fine. First of all, the fact that he had a heart attack at 50, I never want to hear that. Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, you know, legends, that their candle burns out really quick. Joe Elliott, who's a lead singer of Def Leppard, one of my favorite bands, my 80s Coke rock bands, he used to always say, it's better to burn out than fade away. Man. But yeah, 2 matches in, guys. Night number 2 is obviously way better than night number 1 already, but it was about to become WrestleMania worthy. What was about to come was better than... I mean, I just don't see how Vince can top this, what we saw last night. I honestly can't, I can't, guys. I can't see how Vince is going to try to top this. But before we got to those 2 epic matches, we first had to go to the 3rd match on the card, which is the North American Championship. This was Johnny Gargano versus Bronson Reed. What I like most about this was the story that they were telling, which was Bronson has had 2 big matches within 2 nights. So he's tired, basically, and he's putting it all on the line. But the fact was, that was actually imitating real life, because Big Boy Bronson was completely gassed by the end of this match. So they were telling the story that he was gassed and worn out because he had the gauntlet match the night before. But guys, he was blown up, man. I'm telling you right now, the dude was done. So he's got to work on that conditioning. One final beat from Gargano onto Bronson, and Gargano defeats Bronson, keeps his championship. And I said, if they're going to set up an O'Reilly versus Gargano feud, then 2 things need to happen, obviously. Gargano has to win his match, O'Reilly has to win his match, and there is your future North American champion, O'Reilly, most likely. And then, guys, I think it's going to happen. Johnny, whether you like it or not, he's main roster bound. I think at that point he has done everything in NXT. So Gargano kept the championship here, and you pretty much knew O'Reilly was going to win that main event. But as far as Bronson, this goes in hand with his yin-yang booking. Triple H, it looks like they're going to give him a huge push, and then all of a sudden he loses the big match. This happened before, right? It just happened now with the gauntlet, and then he lost the big championship match. But it happened many months ago, too. He won something. It was maybe some type of tournament or something, and then he went to the big match, and he lost that as well. So Bronson can get to the dance. He just loses his footing once he's on the dance floor. So we'll see his booking going forward, too. Now we get to the 2 big boy matchups. These are the ones that are WrestleMania worthy. These are the ones that make me just... you know, it brings me back to being the fan that I was decades ago. Some of the best, legit, some of the best wrestling in the ring, technical-wise, but just giving us something to be on the edge of your seat for. This was some of the best shit that I've seen in a long time, man. And I'm talking main roster. I'm not just talking NXT. I'm talking the actual main roster. And I'll start with match number 4, which by most of our surprise, we thought this was going to be in the main event. This was match number 4. They did not have the NXT title, Karrion Kross and Finn Balor end the night. They put it in the fucking match 4 slot, guys. So you knew they had something big planned for Adam Cole and O'Reilly unsanctioned. You just fucking knew it. But still, I couldn't believe up front that they did not put Kross and Balor into the main event. Match number 4 was Finn Balor, Karrion Kross. This was a 19-minute match. So it didn't even go 20, but it felt like it went 30. 19-minute match. I loved everything about this match. I put that in my notes in capital letters. I loved everything about this match. That's in capital letters on my in my notes. This is professional wrestling. The selling by Kross on those ribs before he took those coup de grace. I'm going to be straight up with you guys, okay? Because I can be jaded at times, absolutely, because I've seen so much wrestling and I know what should be happening and being done. And when it's not, I don't even have time or patience for anything else. Last night, Karrion Kross was really selling those ribs, and I thought, okay, dude, you're overselling the ribs. Like, cut the shit a little bit. Pick up the pace just a tad. You're overselling. Or I thought he's just really hurt. It wasn't until about 7 to 9 minutes later when he took that coup de grace where I immediately thought, when I saw Balor up top, and I go, oh, fuck. His ribs. If this coup de grace hits, Kross is fucking done. If this coup de grace hits the mid-region, I mean, that's his ribs. I forgot all about his fucking... So even though the spot wasn't for another 7 minutes, Kross was setting that up beautifully to the point where even somebody who can be jaded like BC at times, even I was put in my place and I was like, fuck, that was actually done brilliantly. Set it up at the beginning, come back to it. Your knowledgeable audience will remember that setup. And I remembered it. And I was on the edge of my seat when Balor was up top and he delivered the coup de grace. And I was like, wow, they're not giving Kross the championship. 1, 2, Kross kicks out. And then there was a nice series. 2 minutes later, they were doing some type of roll-up, and Balor rolled out of this roll-up. Not a fruit roll-up, but they were rolling. Balor jumped out of the roll-up and landed a second coup de grace. Kross kicks out. Just fucking awesome. The beating that Balor took at the end of this match was one of the most vicious beatings I've ever seen. Not a post-match beating, or not in a match with a steel chair or a chain or anything like that. Just a regular wallop for wallop beating. Balor took a fucking ass kicking last night at the end of this match. And ass kicking. And I thought the story was told beautifully. I yelled out twice. Again, this is BC totally losing himself into the pro wrestling believability and reality realm. I yelled twice to my big screen TV. I said, stop the match, bro. I literally yelled that twice. Because I felt the referee, if you see somebody literally motionless, you got to call for the bell. Balor took such a fucking beating. They hooked BC. BC was yelling at the fucking TV. Stop the match, bro. I'm going to kill this dude. Moments later, Kross pins Balor and becomes your new NXT champion. Epic. Karrion Kross, new champion. Scarlett, everybody played their role beautifully. Finn Balor, good title reign, man. Not the most epic. Could have been done a little better. Not his fault. Booking-wise, there was some loopholes and gaps. Little speed bumps along the way, but he brought prestige to that fucking championship. So a round of applause for Finn Balor from the AMP unit as well, man. Balor deserves a lot of respect. And he went out there, even though he was dropping that championship, and he put on one of his finest matches ever. I'll say that. And I've seen a lot of Finn Balor matches. From Japan to fucking the Indies to the NXT to the main roster. That's one of my favorite ones, man. Him and Kross put on one of those old school, psychological, full of selling, letting shit breathe, badass classics. That was WrestleMania for someone like BC. If we only knew what was to come. If we only knew, that could have easily been the main event. That could have been the main event at WrestleMania. I would have been happy. We had a match coming up that was about to fucking go even par for much different reasons. And it was going to rock the wrestling world, man. I'll get to that in just a second, but we gotta let this match breathe, man. That Karrion Kross Finn Balor match. I mean, that was... Chat, what do you guys think about that match, man? Mr. Black Ice 22, 5 spots, says hip-hop and wrestling connects to me. I'm an 80s baby. Best time ever. Capital. So you know it, man. We'll have to see how this WrestleMania will be. At the end of the day, it's on VKM. Hashtag RIP DMX. Period. Couldn't have said it better, Mr. Black Ice 22. to DMX, man. And yeah, 80s kids, man. We had it the best. Kev L with a 5 spot says, do you think Kross will go undefeated in NXT? No. I think he's going to drop that title in NXT. It won't be a vacancy. Somebody big is going to come along in about a year. Mark my words on that, Kev L. Thank you, dude. Jeffrey Ross, $4.99. What up, Jeffrey? I'll have to catch this later, but have this for the mom and pop coffee shops. But I love Cole and Kyle. Long storytelling and brutal. Don't tell the bitch boy Bradens. They'll say it was too long, Jeffrey Ross. We're about to cover Cole and O'Reilly. Thank you, Jeffrey. And definitely, that one will go to the mom and pop coffee shops for sure, dude. Thanks for showing the love, as always. Karrion Kross took the torch from Balor, says Jared 9Gate. Yeah, man. What do you think? Balor goes main roster now? Mr. Charles Grin, fucking epic match. Jared 9 also said epic match. My kind of match, old school, says Ray's Fan 42. Salute to Finn Balor, says Lucas Allen. Carlos Ray says great. Chelsea says really good. Carlos also said he passed the torch. Yeah, in a big way, man. Delano Steele says, does this introduce the demon character to Karrion Kross, or does he move on? Yeah, that's the question we're all asking Delano Steele Jr. We're all, you know, if he's going main roster, then he's going main roster. There's nothing we can do to protect him now. He already knows how that can fuck you up. And if he's going to stay in NXT, you got to bring back the demon now, man. It's gonna create the most interest. I don't care if you don't think it adds value or not. It does. A different character can work leaps and bounds. Bring in the demon and make this really fun. There's no reason not to. I don't care if he just doesn't want to. Great match, Lord Quaz. Monte Mabry, he did. Salute to Balor. He needs to be booked properly with the demon if that happens, says Chelsea. Yeah, man. So a lot of you guys really enjoyed that. But we weren't even done. That's not the only reason I say Night 2 crush Night 1. Again, much respect and love to EO. And Walter and Tommaso, but I mean, Night 2 was just on a... This was on a WrestleMania fucking path, bro. Then we went to the main event. Hold on, War Dog. I'll see you, War Dog, with that 5 spot. I put Finn Balor in the same category as AJ Styles as one of the best wrestlers in the world. It's hard to argue that, War Dog. AJ Styles gets more recognition in that category, but it's hard to argue because Finn Balor puts on match after match like this. So, yeah, I don't know who... You'd be hard-pressed to be disagreed with, War Dog. I absolutely agree. Make sure I got all my fucking soups first. Carlos, what up, dude? Another coffee by Carlos, man. Match was great, BC, but Kross doesn't wrestle much, does he? Whoa, what do you mean, Carlos? He was badass last night. Not like Balor. I mean, Balor was obviously going to be the main dude in the match, just like Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez. Takes 2 to tango and 2 to dance. Io is going to be the superb actual wrestler, but Raquel has to tap into all the other boxes that it takes to be a pro wrestler, and together they created the magic. So as far as then I guess you'd be right, Carlos. Yeah, as far as up to Finn Balor, no, Finn Balor was going to be the dude to conduct the match. He was going to be the conductor. He was going to be the ring general in that match. So in that aspect, absolutely agree, Carlos. I had to take it back for a second. But yeah, Kross can put on some matches. Watch in the future, man, especially once he really gets into this role as champ. Kross is going to surprise a lot of people. Main event, unsanctioned. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. They had the balls. Oh, Carlos, 5 spot. I see that, dog. He doesn't have to. He is a Monty. Yeah, exactly, man. And Carlos, I was thinking that too, man. When Finn Balor was conducting a big portion of that match, like the first half of that match, Balor was owning Kross. But I was thinking, like, you see the second half of the match and it makes you remember, oh yeah, that's how fast Kross can realistically change things around. It's like The Undertaker. You can beat him up for 5, 7, 10 minutes. That dude in 60 seconds is going to pummel you. There's certain dudes in pro wrestling that they just do it, man. You know, they don't need to be doing the flips and dives. They don't even need to be jumping off the top rope, which Karrion can do. They're just going to sell you on their aura up front and then check off other boxes as they go along. Absolutely, Carlos. Christian Renteria. What up, Christian? 1999, man. 4-star Buckses or six Duncans. Christian Renteria, I appreciate the 1999 contribution to the channel. And Christian says Vince is going to have a hard time topping last night. Christian, I don't think he can. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping one of the nights of WrestleMania. Really hoping both, but that's wishful thinking. I'll take one night being better than what we just saw last night. But I don't know how Vince can do this. Last night had 2 different matches that are WrestleMania main event worthy. We just talked about Kross and Balor. We're about to talk about another one that was totally different than a traditional wrestling match. And that one could have main evented Mania. So I don't know how he's going to do it. Christian, thank you for the support, man. World of Wrestling. Haven't seen World of Wrestling in a minute. At least not in the Supers. Thank you for the coffee, dude. Do you think Balor or Kross beats Roman Reigns for the world title as long characters aren't changed? Bro, that would be BC booking. Let Roman have the fucking title. If Edge takes it, that's fine. No harm, no foul. Build Roman even better because now he feels really disrespected. He needs the title back. If he does get it at SummerSlam or Survivor Series, I won't look at that as hot potato. And then you let Kross take it all the way toward next year's Mania, man. And whether you do it then or not too long after. Roman versus Karrion? Fuck, bro. Who's the face, though? That's what you got to ask yourself, because I don't want to see Roman turn face anytime soon. Karrion Kross works so well as a heel. That's going to be the big problem. But would I like to see that World of Wrestling? I would absolutely find a way to book that somehow. I'm just not a big fan of heel versus heel. You can do it at times, but it's much easier to book face versus face. When you start talking heel versus heel, you start touching in on a gray area where your fans, even subconsciously, start to get disengaged. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've seen way too many heel versus heels. Yeah, you could definitely do something like Kross versus Fiend, like Jason Spink just said. Kross versus Fiend is something you can book easier because the Fiend is always going to be that kind of tween character. You see it right now with Orton. Orton is supposed to be heel, but Fiend is in a long-term storyline with him almost a whole fucking year. And you can pull that off with somebody like the Fiend and people are going to be engaged with it and be captivated. So the Fiend is more of a character you can pull that off. I just don't think Roman is. Roman is a legit heel. It's just what the character needs to be and calls for. So, Kelsey Salvatore says, big personalities. We don't need a face. Too many big personalities. Bang. Yeah, that's true, though. Thank you, World of Wrestling. Darian Romero with that $4.99. What up, Darian? That match shows why Triple H needs to take over. Absolutely epic. Balor and Kross made me proud. Stay amplified, BC. You too, Darian. Thanks for the support. Thank you for the words. Me too, man. That is one of the words I'm going to use after seeing that match. Proud, but also just, it reminded me of what made me fall in love with pro wrestling. It was a traditional match. They let shit breathe. Lots of psychology. Lots of selling. Kross, Balor, main event for me, man. But we're about to talk about a match that was just as fucking good for other reasons. Sorry if I missed any supers, guys. There was quite a bit for an NXT show. I think this is the most supers I've ever had for an NXT show. That includes takeovers. So I do appreciate the love and support. If you guys are just tuning in, I know it's the middle of the day. People have to come in and out. A lot of you guys might be catching this after it's been live, maybe later tonight. Thousands of you will be. DMX has passed away. This is what we're hearing. So we are saluting all throughout this live stream, all throughout the day. DMX and his life. Salute. We're also hearing that Becky Lynch could show up at WrestleMania this weekend. during a Ding Dong Hello Bailey segment. It's possible. It's not confirmed. And we have made it now in this review to the main event. It was not Kross and Balor, but we already discussed that. That was fucking brilliant. Main event was unsanctioned. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. This was almost an Iron Man match in terms of time. It may not have been 60 minutes, but it was nearly 50 minutes. In terms of physicality, an Iron Man match had nothing on this unsanctioned match. Wow, what a ride these two pro wrestlers took us on last night. That's right, I love saying pro wrestlers, not just superstars. This will end up match of the year. I don't know how a match is going to beat this. Mark my words, and I just talked about Karrion Kross and Finn Balor being that old school match that I love. This match equaled it, but for different reasons. But when you talk match of the year, I don't know, judging on what they put their bodies through, the creativity, and the end result, I don't see how there's any match that's going to beat this unsanctioned match. I know we're only a third through the year, but it is a third. 4 months are already gone. This is the match that is now the standard. This is the match, WWE, AEW, right there in NXT. You can add in Impact if you want. I don't know how you're going to beat this match. And anybody that saw this last night, you know what I'm talking about. What a ride these pro wrestlers took us on. This will end up match of the year. I just don't see how it can be topped. O'Reilly defeats Cole after a literal war. And it was a literal war. I can't even discuss all the things we witnessed in this. I mean, first of all, they had the old school WCW stage where it's just a ramp that leads directly onto the canvas of the ring. So it's not a downward spiral ramp. The ramp, you just walk right into the ring. I mean, if there wasn't ropes, you have to go through the ropes, but you're not invincible, motherfucker. But you go right in from the ramp onto the canvas of the ring. That's the old school WCW setup, and I used to love that shit. ECW used to do that as well. I remember Taz went through that. Do you guys remember Taz in ECW? He did he like went backwards. He had somebody. Who was Taz facing? I know I got some history buffs in here. ECW, I think it was a pay-per-view. Taz and somebody else. Was it Mike Awesome? Maybe it was Mike Awesome. They went backwards through the staging area. Well, anyway, Cole and O'Reilly went through the fucking ramp last night. And then O'Reilly kicked in the ramp to drag O'Reilly's lifeless body out from underneath the ramp. I mean, it was so badass to even think about it, let alone pull it off. Yes, Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh, you guys rock, man. This is what I mean about the amp unit. This is when I say you guys are the best, the most knowledgeable, that's not just a catch line. I can literally say something. We are live. I don't have all the time in the world. We're fucking live. And I say I need a favor. Can you guys check something? And in seconds, you guys have the information. Thank you, guys. Living Dangerously, Yuan says, from 1998. BC, it was Taz and Bam Bam, Don. Yes, thank you, Don. Thank you, everybody, for checking that. I knew it was Taz. I forgot who it was. I don't know why I thought Mike Awesome. Bam Bam Bigelow and Taz backdropped right through the fucking stage at 1998's Living Dangerously. I'll never forget that. And last night brought me back to that moment. I can't go over everything. There was so much, man. There was one spot where there was like a suplex, fucking brainbuster, some shit. From O'Reilly to Cole on the commentary table, the table did not break. So Cole just literally, like, remember those little rubber bouncy balls you would fucking bounce and it would go 100 feet in the air? Adam Cole was basically a bouncy ball, man. He just ricocheted off the son of a bitch because it never broke. That's how devastating the downward spiral was on that suplex or brainbuster, whatever it was. That was badass. And then when O'Reilly tried to get over to Cole, he got hit with a huge fucking monitor or some shit. At one point, there was a toolbox. This is a true story. The toolbox was crushed in somehow. I don't even. There was a suplex onto the fucking steel steps, which made me cringe. And it takes a lot to make BC fucking cringe, but I did. There was the ending where the fucking O'Reilly wrapped a chain around his knee and gave him that one last fucking shot down on his fucking dome piece, back of his neck area. or upper back. Dude, a chained knee after you just went to war. But one of my favorite spots, guys, one of my favorite spots, because you guys know I love when they let shit breathe and they just sell and they use psychology. I don't need to see a lot of movement. After they win about a half an hour already, they still had another 10 minutes to go. Maybe it was 35 minutes, still another 5+ to go. Something like that. But after they already went to war, they had nothing left to give. They both sat on a chair in the middle of the ring staring at one another. Fucking motionless, basically lifeless, talking shit. They went to war. They sat down for a fucking breather and kept talking that shit and then win another 5 to 10 minutes. Come on. Come on, man. When you review pro wrestling, when you're a critic of it, when you dissect it, and I've done it since I was a kid, way before the tube. I don't even dissect or critique for YouTube. I've done it since I was I watch pro wrestling differently. I'm always like reviewing it. I don't know why I did it as a kid, but it helped me later on in life, you know, because voila, we have this channel. But when you're a reviewer and you critique all of these matches and all these wrestlers, I can't tell you how much wrestling I watch. And my time is very valuable, man. I do so much during the week. I can't tell you how much wrestling I watch during a week. I make it a point to. And when I see everything going right and correctly, that's something you don't often see. I saw it in back-to-back matches last night. It was a double main event, and there was just 5 matches on the card. The first 3 were damn good and damn solid. The last 2 were main event worthy for WrestleMania. And we saw them on NXT TakeOver. I cannot give more props to Adam Cole, baby, and O'Reilly, baby. To Karrion Kross, to Finn Balor, to all the boys and gals that put on these takeovers the last 2 nights. I feel night number 2 absolutely crushed night number 1. I don't think there's a comparison. Night number 2 was just too fucking epic. But night number 1 did bring some good action and a couple of good matches. Nothing really memorable. Io Shirai's performance would be it. But even Walter and Tommaso, they only gave them nearly 17 minutes. They didn't even give them 20. It was a good match. It should have been great. It wasn't. So last night absolutely blew it out of the water. But I think when it's all said and done, that was a successful 2 nights. Thank you, Triple H. Good luck, Vince, because now Kennedy McMahon is up to bat. He was on deck. Now he's up to bat, and that starts tonight, guys, with SmackDown. They're promoting this as a WrestleMania SmackDown. Don't fuck it up right out of the gates, Vince, because BC is going to be right back on here tomorrow reviewing that show. And if you literally put no effort and you phoned it in and you give us bullshit, you're going to get one scathing review tomorrow during that SmackDown review. I assure you, I'm not going to give them a mulligan. Fuck no. That's your review, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, man. What a review, man. This was a roller coaster, huh? We started off having a lot of fun shooting the shit. We found out about DMX. And then we somehow had to do the entire NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night number 2 review. But we did it, man. Carlos, what's up, dude? Another coffee. Carlos says, BC, I've been watching wrestling for 40 years, and in my book, this was a classic. 100, Carlos. Carlos, 100, bro. I'm saying that already about fucking Balor and Kross. And that was a traditional wrestling match. This unsanctioned one, I don't know how you're going to get a match of the year that's going to top that. I think, remember this video, remember these words. That's match of the year. We'll see. There's still 2/3 of the year left. Thank you, Carlos. But, man, that's going to be hard. Mr. Anything for Salinas with a coffee, 5 spots, says, imagine Finn Balor in the Attitude Era squaring up against 98 Kane. OMG, the rivalry they would have had if Balor came from that era. And then Mr. Anything, I think we all can agree, he's got to be the fucking demon. If you're doing Kane, dude, otherwise it's Finn Balor versus Glenn Jacobs. That's the only other thing that makes sense. Nobody wants to see Glenn Jacobs. Nobody needs to see Finn Balor in a feud with Kane if he's not the fucking demon. Or at least start it with Finn, but it better end up with the demon versus the big red monster. But that in the Attitude Era, not New Day, because didn't we see that already? I thought we saw a match with them on the main roster. Attitude Era Kane, though. Mr. Anything, sign me up for that. Thanks, brother. Christopher, Blackshear, Christopher, 199 says, hopefully VKM doesn't fuck this weekend up. Wishful thinking, dude, but we're going to tune in out of habit and hope. And because it's WrestleMania, we really are going to hope for something really good, Christopher. You know that. I know you are, man. We're not just watching just to waste time. There's things we could be doing that are better. Playing video games would be better than watching fucking 7 hours this weekend of WrestleMania. We don't want to just tune in just to rant and critique it negatively. We want to talk about we want to find that love that we once had for pro wrestling. What we saw last night, reignite that shit, you know? So Christopher, yeah, man, wishful thinking, I think, though, man. He finds a way to take anything and fucks it up. Thanks, brother. Mr. Anything with another 2 says the demon. That's what I meant. Yeah, absolutely. I know what you meant. I'm just saying, like, that has to happen, Mr. Anything. Otherwise, it's Finn Balor versus Glenn Jacobs. Nah, Demon Kane, Attitude Era, sign me up on that shit. War Dog, Coffee 5 Spot, thank you for this amazing live, my brother. Much love to you and the AMP unit. War Dog, always a pleasure having you in the chat, man. Always glad that you're catching these streams. I know I don't give you guys a lot of notice up front, like 10 minutes tops, maybe 15. But you guys always show up and show out. War Dog, thank you. There was a couple more before I ride off into the sunset, guys. JR9 Gaming with a 5-er. JR9, BC, I want to say thank you for all the entertainment you have brought to us this week. I have loved every minute of your content. Check your lead, or JR9, dude. Thank you for those words, dude. I'm not even joking. That means a lot. We're putting in the work, but it doesn't feel like work when it's something you love. And I still love pro wrestling, and I love engaging with you guys and shoot the shit. And even when it's not live, just even sometimes when it has to be audio format, you guys really love the content. And I try to entertain you guys while also dropping the most knowledge and factual content that I possibly can. So we had a lot of fun this week with Pro Wrestling for Dummies 101. I'm glad a lot of you guys were able to catch that. Last night's stream was off the wall. For those of you that already caught it, thank you. JR9, thank you for those words, man. Thank you for the coffee. Always, salute. Becky Lynch, WrestleMania. It's possible, guys. Hey, real quick before I end the stream. Do you guys want to see Becky Lynch this weekend or no? Say yes or no. Becky Lynch or no? A little bit of a poll to end the stream here. Power Core says yeah. TKG, yes. Marie says no. Marie's like, fuck out of here. Eddie's like, nah, brah. Cut that shit. Not Puffy says yeah. Damante says yeah. Carlos is like, no, BC. Christopher, sure. It's been almost a year. That's kind of my take on it, Christopher. Santivia Major says nope. PB Silipride says yeah. Super Wolf Girl's like yeah. Elijah says I miss her. I'm sure a lot of people do, Elijah. Greg Smith and Brandon said yeah. Iron Riaz is like maybe. Robert Hurt says yes to Becky. A lot of people are agreeing with Robert Hurt. Ray's Fan 42. If it's with Bailey, Ray's Fan 42 is down with it. Joseph Vasquez says, dude, look it up. Look up what? What? The Becky Lynch thing? I Husel says I'm good. I Husel said I'm good. Fury 9000 doesn't care. Notorious Nikki Smith says, yeah, wrestling is fantastic. Sure. So you guys are, oh, joking. I'm in New York. I got you, Joseph. I got you. Carlos, stay away, says to Becky. Greg Smith III. Oh, shit, man. C60CF41. Hopefully I'm saying that all correctly with a 10-er. Amp Unit Italy. Present. We have to organize a bar crawl for one of the next WrestleManias, man. Repping Italy for sure, man. You guys know I'm half Italian, so absolutely always going to rep Italy. Thank you for the love and support. Much props. Salute to Italy. Absolutely. That's awesome. All right, guys. That's out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. And now it's SmackDown's turn, man. This is the go-home show. So They're going to have to produce today. There's no other way around it, man. You calling this a WrestleMania-type SmackDown? You better produce a WrestleMania-style SmackDown. And how are you going to do that with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? It's a shame that Shinsuke is in that son of a bitch. And then you also have some schmaz women's tag match, don't you? Or is it the men's tag schmaz match? One of the fucking two. So they're putting together a bunch of fucking schmazes. Yeah, that feels like WrestleMania. Check you guys. Thank you. All the supers, all my VIPs, all my AMP unit members. Much love. Much props, respect to DMX, man, and his family. Well wishes. Yeah, just strength, power, love, and support to DMX, his family, man. So, much love, guys. Check you. Lucas, great stream. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it. Carlos, everybody, man. Check you. Check you out for the review. SmackDown. What a fucking takeover. Night number 2, baby. Rockstar. Peace.